Hi everybody again. So this is the video number 4 for part 4 of our review. So for this video, we're going to review fractions of a set. So if you remember, how do we find fraction of a set? This is something like 2/5 of 15. How do I figure out what is 2/5 of 15? Do you remember? If you remember drawing a model, a bar model, you are correct. That is what we're going to do. So, first of all, I want you to think about 2/5 of 15. So I'm going to show you that. 2/5 of 15. On a scratch piece of paper, I want you to draw the model for 2/5 of 15 and how you would solve that. So pause the video and go ahead and draw that on a piece of paper. Okay, good. So, do you remember? It's drawing a bar model. Remember, we have fifths. So our model is going to have 5 equal units. Those 5 equal units are total 15. Now we've been asked to find what is 2 of those units. So remember, with any of this type of thing, the idea is to find 1 unit, and then once you know 1 unit, you can use multiplication to find however many you're being asked to find. So for this problem, we know that there are 5 units. We have 5 units, and that's 15. So 1 unit is going to be 15 divided by 5, right? To find 1 unit, we take the 15 and we divide it into the 5. And so 1 unit is going to equal 3. So we know now that this is 3, and this is 3, and this is 3, and this is 3, and this is 3. And so now I can use multiplication to find what 2 units are, because it was 2/5. So 2 units is going to be 1 unit times 2, and that's going to give us 6. So now we can say that 2/5 of 15 is 6. Remember this? We did this a lot. This is using the modeling method to solve these problems. Okay, so we did that example to remind you. So now I want you to do 2/3 of 6. So on your scratch piece of paper, draw your model and solve and give the answer. What is 2/3 of 6? So go ahead and solve that. Okay, so did you work through that? Here's my solution. So 2/3 of 6 is 4. So I drew my bar model with 3 equal units because I was dealing with thirds. Okay, and I wanted to find 2 of those. I know all 3 is equal to 6. So I have 3 units is 6. I could use division. 1 unit, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And since I want to find 2 units, I do 2 times 2 is 4. So 2/3 of 6 is 4. Good. Now that was the modeling method to find it. Do you remember the multiplication method to find these answers? This is a little easier because you don't have to draw a model, which is nice. So in the multiplication method, when I have 2/3 of 6 here, all I have to do is change that of to a multiply. So it's 2/3 times 6, right? And that is easy to write as 2 times 6 over 3. Okay? So we multiply the 6 times the numerator, and then still divide by the denominator. And that's going to give me 12/3. And 12/3 reduces down to 4. Okay? So that's the multiplication method for this. Do you remember that? All right. Now that's pretty easy to do. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to switch to my document camera and I'm going to show you 4 problems that I want you to solve on your own. Now with these, I want you to do it both ways. I want you to draw me the model. Remember, look at the denominator of the fraction for how many units you need in your model. That's going to tell you. I want you to use the model method to solve it, and then I want you to check with the multiplication method. So I want you to do both for each problem, both drawing the bar model and using multiplication to check. That way you get practice with both methods. So I'm going to switch to my document camera and show you what I want you to do. Here we go. So here are the 4 problems. So I want you to draw a model, look at the denominator of your fractions here to figure out how many units should be in your model. It's that easy. Solve it with the bar model method, and then I want you to check your work with multiplication. So I want you to do both. If you need a review, you can watch this, rewind this video to the start and watch it again. So then I want you to solve this neatly, make your bar models nice and neat, and then I want you to upload these 4 problems. All right, get to it.